Family Promise's mission is to assist homeless families in becoming independent, to assist them in finding jobs and affordable, safe housing.
I've had a lot of experience throughout my social work career working with children that are homeless either through foster care or other situations where they have nowhere to go. And so it always tugged at my heart because children don't put themselves in that situation. And that's really why I got involved with this organization, that although we're helping the whole family, really we're helping the children who didn't do this to themselves. Each of the families that we serve get a closet of their own. They are locked and secure for their personal belongings, but there's not a whole lot of space. This is the closet, one of our closets.
Most people, when they close their eyes and think of a homeless person, they generally go to the idea of the bum drinking out of the paper bag, laying under a bridge. But if you could see the faces of our children, children are impacted by homelessness more than any other population.
We're helping families who have faced things that they just did not anticipate happening in their lives, be it a death in the family, fires, floods. We've had people that were evicted because their housing was given to another population for a higher amount. Families that, for all intensive purposes, are just getting by every day, working hard to survive. And something happened that they couldn't overcome, and that left them and their children in a situation where they had nowhere to be.
Personally, this program's done a lot for our family. When we first came to the program, I was dealing with a child with cancer, unable to work by doctor's orders. We'd been living with a friend who decided to illegally evict us. I'm out of town, I come home, our stuff's outside, and the locks are all changed. Had nowhere to go. All the agencies in the area that are supposed to help homeless families wouldn't help us because of my daughter's diagnosis of cancer. They said their environments weren't safe enough for her because of germs and bacteria and stuff. I called Children and Youth. They directed me to Family Promise. And that's how we became familiar with the program. They took us in, helped us out. We got back on our feet rather quickly, and we got through everything. And I mean, for all these places out there that always ask for help, but then there I am in a time of need and nobody will help. It was discouraging. And here was this one group that stepped forward and said, hey, we'll help you. How could I not turn around and help them back?
We use a series of churches. We have 20 plus churches that our families stay at. This is the day center. They do their showering here. They do their laundry here. They meet with myself, their budgeting coach, Melissa, when needed. Then at 6 o'clock in the evening, a van comes, picks our families up, and takes them to a church host facility. And it can be anywhere around Lycoming County, from Pennsdale to Jersey Shore to Balls Mills, and of course in the city of Williamsport. There they have a home-cooked meal in the evening. They stay overnight there. They have time with the volunteers. Kids do their homework, and they get up and come back here and do it all over again the next day.
The assistance that a congregation can offer to Family Promise is manifold. Of course, at the core of things are the hosting congregations, and we're always glad to talk with the congregation to become another hosting congregation. That is to provide overnight housing and meals and encouragement to the families 4 times a year for 1 week at a time, each of those 4 times.
And
I just felt like it's something I needed to do. I felt like God was telling me this is something I can do. I can't do much, but I can do this.
We have one supporting congregation that is all the way south to Catawissa. They heard about us down there. That's an hour away from Williamsport. They wanted to do something. It's a little country congregation. What in the earth could they possibly do? Well, they have collected and made and delivered piles of supplies and things from their Sunday school children and adults as well.
Hi, I'm Sydney Robertson, and I'm Miss Pennsylvania Teen USA 2014. What called me to volunteer is the kids. I want to be a role model for them, someone that they can look up to, but someone that they can interact with and just be a kid and just have fun when their families are going through these hardships. The realization and the reality that the average age for a homeless individual is 9 years old, that is what compels me to want to make a difference.
Our agency is so broad in the things that we can, that people can help us with. We have everything from sitting downstairs at our day center as an office angel, answering phones, playing with children, reading a book to a child, to making a meal at the churches. We utilize over 1,000 volunteers in any given month to do what we do. So volunteers really are the key. We are an organization that does not take government grants, so everything that we do is based on donations, corporate donations, local grants, and the congregations all give us some every year. So financially, that is probably the biggest place people can help us, but we love volunteers just as much.
The need for Family Promise is very great and I think increasing.
These aren't people that you would suspect are homeless. These are people that, you know, your kids are going to school with them. You're working next to them in offices, in factories, shopping malls. They're everyday people, and people need to realize that just because it's not a sign on their forehead that says, I'm homeless, doesn't mean there's not a problem out there.
I was once a homeless person. My children and I were faced with a homeless situation, and there was nothing like Family Promise when that situation occurred in our lives.
I think we have proven ourselves in the 3.5 years that we've been open to be a strong, dedicated organization. We have a great group of churches. We have a great group of board members that work really hard to keep the organization running. In order to do that, though, we need more people to sort of get on board with us. There still is a certain amount of NIMBY, not in my backyard, going on in this community because nobody wants to believe that there really is a homeless situation. I'm asked on a regular basis, do we really have homeless people?
The families become our family and we become theirs. It's a lifelong journey together. Even when they leave, they still call us and they tell us where they're at, how they're doing, how we can help them. And it's a fantastic organization. I would be a part of Family Promise even if they didn't pay me.
There's lots to be done and lots more that can be done. We can do this.
I am, yes. in the